talk about today, and it's called keeping composure, right? Keeping composure. And I think that this is actually the secret hack of success. And I came across this and I was just like, wow, this is a really good concept. And it's kind of very similar to keeping, I talked about reframes, right? Keeping the reframes. And where people fail on their goals is not being able to control their mind, right? The prime real estate, the most important asset that they have is their mind. And being able to control it, right, is really important. Okay. Like, obviously, we are going to have moments which aren't going to be ideal. And that's just part of life. And that's actually our reptilian brain firing, right? And sometimes we just have to turn that reptilian brain off. Obviously, it fires that, okay, we need to do something here, or something needs to change. Okay. Um, but it's very important not to, I'm just going to mute everyone. It's very important not to lose our shit, right? Just not to be like, oh my God, I gained 3 kilos. What am I going to do? Like, the world is ending. That's not going to serve us really well when that happens. And I think, like, I've been there before. I do it all the time in all areas of life. I've done it in the past, but it's being able to control it and thinking about it. And then I look at my son, my son Luca, who a lot of you know, who turned 2 yesterday, and he's at that prime age where he's doing tantrums, right? The terrible twos. Um, and so he does this, and it made me think about keeping the composure, right? And by not keeping my composure when things go wrong, it's like Luca doing his tantrums. And so I have to remember that I'm the adult, right? I can't be having tantrums within my mind. I have to keep my composure, especially when things aren't going right? The person that I want to strive to be is someone who doesn't just lose their cool and then blows up and then people get affected. Like in the past, like if I blew up, it would be that, I'll get upset and get moody and then, say something to like one of my team members or, say something to my partner, and then it'll take me days to recuperate. Or I'll say things to myself, negative language towards myself more, and then it'll take me days to recover. And not only will it affect me, but it'll be affecting everyone around me, right? If, let's say, like a virtual assistant or someone that I've got a contracting in, or the coaches that I've had in the past, if I get upset at the coaches and be like, hey, like, you know, this has happened or this is exam, you're not doing this, and if I go, you know, be mean to them, then they're going to shut down and then they won't perform to the best of their abilities. But if I'm calm, relaxed, it's okay, these things happen. What can we learn from this and communicate properly? Then it's going to be a lot easier, right? Um, and it's like the conversations that we have for ourselves. Do we keep composure or do we start beating ourselves up? Do we start trashing ourselves? And so it's all about taking that moment, breathe, relax, and then everything flows a lot better. And not only it's better for you, but it's best for you and it's best for the people around them. So for example, it'll help you at work, it'll help you with your personal life, it'll help you with your family. Uh, and yeah, and it's about just keeping calm. And the more calm and focus that we can have, the easier it's going to get to our goals. But if we fall into, victimhood that I've talked a lot about, then we're just spinning our wheels and it's going to affect us in the long term. It's like with our health and fitness goals, if we get upset, get emotional, and give up, not only it will affect us in the moment, us in the future, but it'll affect everything around us. Okay. So that's why it's really important to keep that composure. And it's some of the best ways to do that is by just leaving the situation. Get in an argument, let's say if I had an argument with my wife or she said something that I don't like, instead of reacting, which I've definitely done in the past, the best thing is just to stay calm, leave the situation, or breathe, take a moment and resettle. Or sometimes with me, I'm self-employed, or let's say if I get an unexpected tax bill. In the past, I would freak out, I'll be depressed for a week, right? Now I feel the moment, okay, this is overwhelming, but what can I do about this? Okay, well, maybe I could write up some more ads. Maybe I could, um, you know, do an email out to my database and really step up to the plate and step up to the challenge and setting it ready to destroy me. I think I talked to Leanne today, and the universe gives us challenges for a reason, right? And it's to test us. And we can either accept it or we can go down a level. And every level has a new devil. So it's really important to just reframe my mind and see it's um, in a in a in a positive light. Um, and just really cooling that reptilian brain. So for people who don't know what the reptilian brain is it's like our animal instinct, like reptilian reptile, and it fires when we're under threat. It was really good at the hunter and gatherer days when, like, tigers were trying to eat us or whatever. But now, like, majority of the time, the reptilian brain can actually cause us harm, especially like on a weight loss journey or a journey of self-development. Um, because it always wants us to do what's comfortable. But usually when we do things that make us comfortable, yeah, then it really shoots us in the foot in the long run. So it's important to tell the reptilian brain that this is okay. I mean, if there's, like, a dodgy alleyway and there's dodgy people down there, the reptilian brain is still handy for that. Don't get me wrong. But yeah. And there's an analogy of a frog that I feel like, that is very powerful. Okay. So if you get a frog, right? And if you put the frog in boiling water, what's going to happen? The frog will jump out and won't like it, right? But if you get the frog and if you put the frog into cold water and slowly boil it, the frog's like, this is nice. I'm having a warm bath. And before you know it, the frog is boiled, right? And just like, that's a great analogy for weight as well. At first, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, and then it becomes too late.